How you feel about the state of the rap game and hip hop right now? Because this is actually a twofold question. Because I know you pulled back from the music some years ago, and I know I had a moment after all the years that I spent in this industry that there were things happening that made me pull back. Where I was like, maybe my love affair with this industry has kind of waned a little bit.
Yeah.
But what you feel as far as the overall state of the industry and the rap hip hop? Like how do you feel? You feel it's healthy, or what's your take on it?
Well, I think I love their hustle. I love the youth hustle and what they're doing. You know what I mean? I think they have embraced that foundation that we laid, that independent state of mind, and I see them taking it, to another level. I see more people want to be, entrepreneurs and what, myself,
and watch
Master
you do.
P. Yeah,
you laid that.
they're
foundation.
More. But on the other hand, there are some weaknesses, and the word respect is diminishing, and also I'm witnessing a lot of pill popping taking place, which a lot of drug abuse, and which adds up to self-destructing. So I think if they can balance some of them things, I love what they're doing.
So is that a bigger problem now than it was back in the day? Because I'm sure back in the day, of course, people were doing drugs and alcohol, but
niggas was tuning a little powder.
But it's more visible now.
Yeah, I think it's at an all-time high.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I think more people are ODing from it than they were back in the day and everything.
Wow.
So is that, to come back around, for you to pull, like, kind of pump the brakes on the industry a little bit as far as from the label perspective? Is that some of the things that came into play where you was like, you know what, like I just mentioned about myself, as far as just some of the reasons we got into it, and then as we've been in it for so long, that we be like, you know what, this shit right here, I need to, before,
Yeah. No, for me, I tapped into boxing. Boxing was my first love before music. So I found a way to go right back into, my first love situation. I got distracted with music for boxing. So, me, and I had a little help as well. I can't leave out the alphabet, boys.
Boy, you gonna make sure they get their
Yeah, they was on
but they been fucking
attack.
with you for a long motherfucking time.
Oh man, I got to give them the business.
And
you know what I mean?
And you had some, and we go stick to that for a minute. You had some high profile people come out in your support, and that lets you once again let people know the type of person you are, because Maxine Waters, a lot of other high profile politicians came out like, yo, y'all fucking with this man, and this man is really a stand up dude. Like we just mentioned, you do a lot in the community. Why are y'all fucking with this?
Yeah.
Fucking with this man, I should say, because he's doing everything that an upstanding U.S. citizen is doing, but they just kept fucking with you to it. And I see, and I know I'm jumping all around, but I see that you start exposing a couple those agents that was fucking with you.
Now we done that the whole way. You know what I mean?
Okay.
One thing, that, and I wrote about this in the book. You can't tuck your tail and run away when these officers are abusing their authority. You have to put the spotlight on them. You have to let them know, okay, I'm finna stand up against you on this one, and I'm gonna put the spotlight and let the world know this is what's going on. So on all my intros, if you recall, I had conversations about what I was going through with the police department, and which ultimately led to them trying to put a hit out on me. You know what I mean? They want to see me dead. And it's so deep when you think about it, because what I really figured out is they didn't like my mind. You know what I mean?
And a black man with a strong mind is a boy.
Yeah, just like those that came before us. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, all of them.
Let me, and I know Jamie, I'm cutting her off again because I'm just gonna be real. I'm excited to have you here, and I've had these questions in my mind because, like I say, the times that I met you before, it was just like strictly me working for the label, whatever. So, Jamie, you just gotta excuse me. I know you got a lot of questions as well.
I know, it's all good.
Jay Prince, what was that? You've had a lot of successes, a lot. What was that one artist that fell through the cracks that you had the opportunity to sign to Rap A Lot or man? Now, who was that one artist you look back and be like, boy, look at this shit?
Vanilla Ice.
Damn.
Yeah, Vanilla Ice.
Wow, I wasn't expecting that. Ooh.
Yeah.
Vanilla Ice.
Yeah, Vanilla Ice.
So when he was living in Dallas,
yeah, he came to Houston, and I watched him on stage at a club. I took him back to my studio, and he stayed out there with me for a week, if not 2. And I told my partner, I say, sign this dude. I like him.
Who's your partner? So we can
Cliff Blogger.
Cliff.
You know what I mean?
Cliff.
He dropped the ball.
You dropped the ball, Cliff.
Yeah, Cliff didn't sign him. He didn't like him.
Wow.
So I heard the song on the radio. I got excited. I'm like, whoa, I got one. Ice, Ice, baby.
You said, this publisher money about to be so incredible on it. Yeah. And that was, so that's the one, Vanilla Ice, that's the one that out of all that came through over the years.
Also Destiny Child. You know what I mean? Matthew brought them to me when they was like 8, 9 years old.
Okay, so before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, when they was, they was kids.
But in your defense on that one, when you were around 8, it's kind of hard to.
Yeah, I didn't want them to.
Yeah, I was going to say, now, okay, so the Vanilla Ice one.
That's a different situation.
Yeah, I can take the Vanilla Ice one, but the Destiny's Child one.
Yeah,
that's whatever the name.
Matthew always trying to rub that in my face.
What's up, Matthew? He was on the show. he was on the show a few weeks ago, and we like yourself, very knowledgeable, man.
Yeah.
But So Jamie, I've been cutting you off, but go ahead.
Well, no, along those lines, letting him drop through the cracks. So when Drake came along, your son discovered him. Did you think he was going to be as big as he is now?
No, I didn't. When he brought Drake to me and played Drake, I was like, man, you like this? This man singing all over the place. You like this? And he's like, Dad, it's going to be, this the new sound.
Just listen to me, Daddy.
You know what I mean?
Just listen, Daddy.
Just ride with me on this one. And I kept disputing it with him, and he held his position. He held his ground. Like this, and he said he buzzing. You know what I mean? He hit me with the buzz word, and I've been teaching him about a buzz.
Yeah, because us being in the South, we had to create our own buzz because we was our own. Yeah.
Right. So when he spoke that word to me, I'm like, whoa. And I called Canada and checked, and it was true. He was buzzing, and from there, I got behind it, and the rest was history. Man. Brought him to America.
Well, that's what's up. I mean, are there moments that you have with your son, and you're like,
I'm glad I listened
smile
to
yourself
ass,
like, I did that, because you raised him, so it's like,
he rubbed that in on me all the time. You know what I mean?
But when it's coming from your son, it's
legal.
You did. So I want to go back to, you mentioned your first love, boxing. For a minute, you had some big fighters. You were managing Floyd Mayweather and a few others. Are you, like right now, are you still heavily entrenched in that, or you? How is that? And some of the boxers that you have now. You didn't have Antonio Tarver?
No, I was working with Roy Jones.
Okay, that's right, with Roy. Yeah. And who were some of the other boxers you had? Because you sound you sound just as passionate about the boxing as you are about the music.
Yeah, no doubt about it. But Floyd Mayweather, Winky Wright, Sugar Shane Mosley, Brian Jennings, Diego Corrales. Mm-hmm. I work with some of the best of them.
Who you excited right now that's in the fold, that you excited, that you feel has the potential to be that next big boxer?
We just signed our silver medalist, the United States silver medalist, Shakur Stevenson. And
he was silver in Beijing?
Right.
Okay.
Right. We got big things set for him, along with, Ricardo, what is this guy's name? Ricardo.
Okay.
I don't know his last name. But
for you to sign him, he definitely has that potential. Okay.
Yeah, beautiful fighter.
On Instagram, all my stuff is Big Jerry Clark. Jamie, give yours.
Miss Jamie Page.
And before we sign off, I dedicate every episode of the show to 2 people. My dad, Mr. Thomas Clark, who passed back in 2016. I love you. I miss you, Pops. And Mr. Shakir Stewart. He meant a lot to my career. A lot to me, both personally and professionally. Those 2 individuals. Big shout out to Amir Boyd and Julia Beverly. Mr. J. Prince here.
Thank you so much.
Miss Jamie Page. Big Jerry Clark. Tune in next Wednesday. And we are signing off.